hold on, everyone. I need to clarify my perspective about Trump. Apparently, I've had a message from somebody, a friend, that said they're going to send me a MAGA hat now, and then somebody else who sent me this pro-Trump article, and I lost a subscriber. Now look, when you only have like 60 subscribers and 10 or 12 people that watch your videos, you notice everything. So I have to clarify, because apparently it appeared in my videos that, you know, I'm now a closet Republican, and that cannot be further from the truth. I am not, never have been, and never will be a Trump supporter, nor do I think he's some white hat working behind the scenes, you know, for the best interest of the people. That wasn't my change in perspective at all. I am a die-hard Democrat, or those values. So I don't know what's going on with the Democratic Party right now, but I am definitely a lefty or a holy. Let's put it that way. Anyway, that sounded weird, but you know what I mean. More universal theme for everybody. Love for everybody. Money for everybody. Healthcare for everybody. Food, basic shelter, food and water for everybody. Anyway, I really wanted to clarify that. So please don't leave my channel because you think now I'm going to be, you know, a Trump supporter. Not the case at all. What was really bothering me was kind of this vitriol, hateful vitriol, that the way people speak about another person. I don't know why suddenly it just really, it's always bothered me. It just doesn't feel good. And that's all I was saying, that, you know, just give this human being a break. You know, I didn't say that he was doing the right thing for the country. Also, I just thought, you know, sometimes those reporters can just be real jackasses. And it just felt like the day that I was watching one of the daily reports, that they were just looking for some sensational I gotcha moment to once again, you know, break some news story. It just seemed so hateful, and I was just sick of it. And it was a one-day feeling, okay? So get over yourselves. I'm not a Trump supporter. Now, here's what I'd like to do, or what I did. I asked the sage if he would be willing, the sage or the cosmos doesn't like to interact or ask questions when the ego is asking questions, particularly predictive type questions. So I've always, I have steered clear of asking the sage through the I Ching about, you know, things like conspiracy theories, Trump this, Trump that, will he get into the presidency, or things of that nature, because to me they were ego, you know, ego-based, ego wanting to know something, and predictive in nature. And the sage doesn't really care to interact on that level. However, in light of all of this, I decided to ask the sage if he would be willing to embark on this to help us understand. And I asked the questions from the perspective of helping us understand the role Trump is playing for us, okay? And it's in the questioning, it's how you ask the question that delivers the best answer, or the most accurate answer. And so I will read you. So I interacted with the sage and I got answers about Trump. You might find them interesting. It will certainly validate, it validates and confirms my stance, and most likely your stance, okay? So, all of my yes responses were, you've understood enough. Your answer is yes, but you could use some more clarification. But I couldn't figure out the next question to ask for clarification. But I think the answers will be clear enough for you to feel satisfied. Okay, so my first question is Trump acting in the best interest of the people? Don't worry, there's some clarification. And the answer I got was yes. Okay, so hold on, there's clarification for this. And then I asked, because people on the having another perspective of what Trump is here to do, they think he's a white hat, he's working behind the scenes with the military, taking down the deep state, you know, blah, 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 blah. And so I asked, is he taking on the deep state controllers? Is that his role? And I got no. Basically a no. You could know more, but it's a no. It's a simple no. And then in the previous question, is he taking on the deep state controllers? There is an assumption in that question that there is deep state controllers. So I wanted to clarify. So I asked the next question, is there really a group of people or beings working behind the scenes to control us, and they do not have our best interest in heart? And I got a simple yes. Yes, there is. You could know more. You could have more clarification, but I think we can all agree that the answer is yes here. So I just wanted to confirm that the previous question, is Trump taking on the controllers of this world? Is he taking on the deep state? The answer was no, confirming that there is a group of people, but Trump is not here to take them on. He's not working with the military, white hats, et cetera, okay? Let's see, I'm having a hard time reading my, my own writing and remembering why I asked this question. I asked, is this a group of people blocking Trump from doing what's best for the people? And I got a no. And I thought, oh, that's kind of surprising. And then there was some clarification, some insights. And going back to our first question, is Trump acting in the best interest of the people? Well, I got a yes. And I got a yes because Trump believes he is working in the best interest of the people. And I got a no for, is Trump being blocked from this group of controllers from doing what's best with people? Because, and see, the correct questions kind of come in from the sage. You kind of get an aha and you go, oh, is this true? And I asked, what Trump believes is the best is actually, let me see. The group of controllers do not need to block Trump because what he believes, and this is the question I posed, because what he believes is in the best interest of the people is actually not in the best interest of the people. Therefore, the controllers don't need to block him. And I got a yes from the sage. I know that's kind of convoluted. Did you understand that? I hope you understood that. That the controllers, the deep state, don't need to block Trump because whatever he believes is in the best interest of the people is not really in the best interest of the people. So he's actually kind of doing what they just let him go. They don't need to block him. He's already doing enough damage. And that's basically, I think that's the question I asked. I asked, they don't need to block him because he's already doing damage. And I got a yes, okay? Then I asked, has the Trump presidency caused more harm than good? And I got a yes, okay? And all of these yeses are basically yes. There could, You could have some more information, but your basic answer is yes. And then I asked, is Trump playing the role of like the human shadow condition? Is Trump playing the role of what not to do and be? And I got a yes. Okay. And then I asked, and I asked a predictive question: will Trump continue into second term? And I got a no. So, you know, all of the responses, I feel very certain that my own ego and perspective did not interfere in the answering process, because the answers were so consistent. Like, I didn't have to rethrow and ask to clarify. You know, usually when that happens, ego's interfering. But these were very consistent, and the questions to ask came in, and the answers, everything was consistent. And they all resonate with what I feel, and I'm sure you feel. So I hope that brings you some peace for those of you who are not Trump supporters. Yeah, it's very interesting. I may do some more inquiries with the Sage about other topics. I may go a little deeper, because I found that he was willing to help us understand what is going on with the planet, and I don't need to worry. If I start asking, I started going off on a tangent, and the answer started getting wonky, and I realized, oh, right, you can feel your ego and your mind going, oh, well, let me ask some more and get some more information. That's when you know ego's interfering in the questions, and you can tell when you're throwing the coins, something isn't right. But all of these questions and answers felt very clear, and I feel very good about them, good in sharing them with you. So not to worry, no one needs to send me a MAGA hat. I just think it's time to be just a little bit nicer, okay? And anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Okay, until next time.